Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, Simon thinks we're hitting 400,000 subscribers anytime now. This number is just mind-blowing. I know we say this a lot, but it is literally unbelievable that we get millions of views a month, that we have 400,000 or thereabouts subscribers. Thank you so much to anybody who is watching this or who has watched any of the past videos. We are literally gobsmacked that this carries on and that you are still interested in watching us solving Sudokus, but we are delighted to keep doing it for you, and we will continue to try and do so. We got sent quite a few puzzles to commemorate the 400,000 subscribers milestone. Simon's done one earlier. I'm doing another now. This one's by Wombat Breath. If you sent one, we might get to it. I don't know. It's not necessarily this is the only day we'll do them, but we will also, as we promised, put together a video when we get there of question and answers, just a special extra video talking about some of the things, frequently asked questions, or some quite unusual questions coming in as well. So we'll put some together. I mean, we must have had, I reckon, 400 questions appropriately. So we will put some of them together. I was going to say the best of them. It'll be a random selection and try and answer some of them on a video. We're looking forward to filming that, actually. Also, we are very much looking forward to the Lockout-Lines puzzle pack out the day after tomorrow. Should be at 4 p.m. our time. There's a lot of puzzles by some of the greatest names around. 2 to 10th, Tall Cat, Zeta Math, Riff Clown. I've forgotten somebody very important, and I'm sorry to them, but unbelievable names in that puzzle pack. So do look out for that. I've tried almost all the puzzles, I think, now, and they are great fun. They're not simple in my view, not all of them anyway. In fact, none of them are simple. Some of them are sort of somewhere between approachable, and some of them are quite hard, but do give it a go. It's going to be absolutely fascinating, and you can attempt almost all of the puzzles individually. So do join us on Patreon if you haven't already. That's going to be the Patreon reward for the 1st of October, and that's coming up soon. So please, well, actually, we have to say to people, please renew if you put in for a month or a year recently. Thank you very much anyway. Any support for the channel is greatly appreciated. What else have we got going on? Well, there is the video to Sam Cappleman-Lynes' 6x6x6 Sudoku has been quite popular. That is available on, again, on Patreon for the $3 patrons, and that's something people expressed some surprise that I got through the puzzles in an hour. They were tough, I have to admit, but really well put together. So again, that hunt is available on Patreon. That's free on Patreon if you just want to go and have a look at that. It is available there. So loads of content. Don't tell us we don't bring you content. We do keep trying. And this puzzle by Wombat Breath, a very good example. Look at the brilliance with which he has woven 400k into the grid. You can see the arrows spelling out 4, and then a circle 100 there, another one here, zeros, 400, and then a K here, which perhaps takes a little bit more eye of faith to see it. The kudos CTC across the middle, for which many thanks, is just some bonus lettering. It has nothing to do with the puzzle, it's just aesthetic, and I've moved it out of the center of his version because I think we need the room to solve the puzzle. The letters have nothing to do with the puzzle, although of course kudos is a great word because it uses most of the letters of Sudoku. Now, the rules are these. We've got arrow and some crop key Sudoku. So normal Sudoku rules: digits on arrows sum up to the number in the circle. They can repeat. They could on that arrow, for instance, if that's allowed by normal Sudoku rules. Cells joined by a black dot have a ratio of 1 to 2. They could be 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 8, or 3, 6. Not all dots are shown. Those are the rules. Do have a go on the link under the video. One Bet Breath has done commemoration puzzles before, and I believe they have all been very approachable. So, I mean, you can obviously check the video link to see how I got on. It's not always a great guide, but it's something. And let's get cracking. So, well, I like this arrow straight away. It's got the Kropke dots. 3 cells connected by black Kropke dots that all have to be different have to either be 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. Since they have to add up to the number in the circle, it's got to be 1, 2, 4. We can fill a 7 in there, 2 there. Now, we don't know which way round the 1 and 4 go. It's not as if these arrows are thermos and we know which way they increase. So that's a 1 or a 4. Now, this arrow has got 3 cells there and 1 here. Now, just in the normal way, we can put 1, 2, 3 there and 7, 8, 9 here. Because these 3 cells have to be different, they have to add up to at least 6. And then to keep this number down to single digits, this can't be more than 3. And similarly, because they add up to 6 and this has to have a value, this must be at least 7. Now, that's on a black dot. So this could theoretically be 2, 4, or 6, or 1. Let's not forget that, if that was a 2. Does this have to be the same as that? I don't think it has. No, I'm not going to say it has to. I think it could be a 4. I don't think this can be a 6 though, because that would make the arrow too many. 6 there plus 1 and 2 there plus 1 there would be 10. Can we do any more with this arrow? It is a very sus combination here. Those could be 1s. I don't really know. Let's have a look at this arrow. This circle is connected to the first digit on the arrow by a black dot. So this has to be at least 6. 7 and 9 can never go on a black dot. So that's 6 or 8, with this being 3 or 4. Oh, that makes this. Oh, I was going to say 6 or 8 as well, but actually no, neither of those will work. 6 and 3 is 9 already. And there's still a number to add. 8 and 4 is even worse, is 12. That has to be a 2. We've got a number there. 4, 8. This is 1 or 3. That is 7 or 9. The 8 needs a 1, 3 to go with the 4. And then this, well, it's even. And it could be 6, but it could just be 8 as well. So those, the 4 and the K were helpful. The zeros, well, maybe they are. This has to be at least 6, and now it can't be 7, because these are 3 different numbers. These are not necessarily different numbers. Same here. This has to be at least 6. This one doesn't. What's going on down here then? What's this number? It can't be 1, 2, or 4. Well, the only other numbers that can go on a 3-cell arrow are 3, 5, or 6. This now has to be at least 6 because of that. I don't know. Here. Yeah, again, 1, 3, and 4. Oh, this could, well, no, it can't be 7 because there is a 7 looking at it. So I reckon those can be 2, 5, or 6 now. I don't, only one of them is going to be quite big. One of them is going to be a 5 or a 6, which feels a bit significant. Let's have a look at this again. Oh, let's have a look at this first. As soon as I say that, I start looking away from it. For some strange reason, my brain is going, no, 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 don't do what you're saying. Do something else. So this can't be 2 or 4, but it can be 1, 3, 6, or 8. Those are the remaining black dot numbers, as it were. So this could be 2, 6, 3, or 4. This one can't be 1, 2, or 4. So that's 3, 6, or 8. This is 3, or 6, or 4. And that's not quite a quadruple. Wow, I'm missing something here. Right, let's have a look at this. I'm going to ignore my brain and carry on doing that. This can't be a 2 because we've got that 2. So can it be a 5? It could be a 5. 5 plus 1 and 2 plus 1 would just work. No, I was going to say one of these has to be a 1 because otherwise they'd have to be at least 4 and 3. But that does work. Those could both be a 1 with a 2 here. Okay, these can't be 3 now. Because if that was 3, this would be 6, that would be 3. They'd both be 3s. That adds up to 6. These two would have to add up to 3 at a max to make this work. And now they can't have a 2 in it. They don't have a 3. Oh, this is... right, this can't be a 6. So now we've got a 1, 2, 4 triple. That is either 3 or 5. If it was 5, this would have to be a 1. These would have to be the same. I don't think that can work. If this was a 5, this would have to be a 1. This would have to be a 2. But if that's a 2, that can't be a 1 because they're connected by something that has to be a 1-2 ratio away from them both. So I don't think that can be a 5. That's now a 3. Now this can still be a 4 with 1, 1 and 2 there. But it can also be a 1. Can this still be a 4? Yes, 4, 2, 1. Okay, so I can't actually... I don't think I can get any further. Oh, I've got a 1, 2, 4 triple here. Of course, there's definitely a 2. Yeah, there's definitely a 2 in one of these cells. There's also definitely a 2 in one of these. That has to be right. Because they're on the black dot, they can't be 1 and 4. Doesn't... Okay, the 1, 2, 4 triple makes this at least 3. Now, this can't be 6 anymore because 6 and 3 will take another number, so that's no good. So that is 2 or a 5 now. Can this be a 5? Then this would be a 3, 1, 9. Yeah, I think it can just. 2, 1, 4. Yeah, that's got quite a good start, and then I've got a bit bogged down. Probably my own fault. Still thinking this can be dealt with now, but I can't quite see how to do it. Whatever that is the other of 1, 2, 4. So that's the same digit as there. I don't think this is a colouring puzzle. I'm not going to start doing that yet. Can that be a 6? 1, 2, and 3 here. Don't see why not. Wow, okay, I'm not sure where to go. One of these longer arrows is probably the thing to do. Is it this one? This is looking... and maybe it's this. If this was a 6 or a 5, then this would have to be where 2 or 3 went. And it could be 5. Yeah, that would have to be 2 or 3 to allow that to be a 1. Doesn't mean one of them has to be a... oh, this can't be a 2. That can't be a 2 either. So they have to add up to at least 1 and 3. That can't be a 6. And now that's a 2, 5 pair. And I don't think that does anything for me, but I'm going to fill in the 6, 7, 9 triple remaining. So one of these is a 5. If it's that one, it's got to be 3, 5, 1 equals 9. If it's this one, it's also got to be 5, 3, 1 equals 9. That's so strange. 3, 5, 1 equals 9, or 5, 3, 1 equals 9. Are those equivalent in some way? Well, they both see that one of these at least must be a 9, and they both see that cell. But I mean, I don't think that's really a breakthrough here. Ah, it's so weird though. Oh, this is 1 or 2. Ah, right. Well, this can't be 6 because it would need a 2, 1 pair. If this was 5, oh, that won't work either now because 5 and 5 is already 10. 5 and 2 would need either a 1 or a 2 here, and they'd both. That would be a 2, that would be a 1, that couldn't be 1 or 2. So that is not a 5, that's a 3. Now that doesn't resolve what this is. It can't be 3, 2, 1 anymore, so that is at least 7. I don't think it can be 7, because it would have to be 3. Oh, 3, yeah, 3, 1, 3, and that can't be a 1 or 3. It's not 7, it's 8 or 9. 3, 5, 1 for 9. Or 3, 2, 4 for 9, or 3, 2, 3 for 8. Yeah, they work. Okay, that 3 though, look, that's looking up here. 1, 7. So this has to be lower. 6, 1, 3. Oh, that can't be a 6 now, because a 6 sees it. We've got 5, 8, 9, which is, no, not useless, because there's a 5, 8, 9 triple in column 1. Well, maybe not useless. Okay, 5, 8, 9, 7, and 2 and 3 all see this cell. So that's 1, 4, or 6. I want to say it can't be 6, but I daren't yet. 6, 1, 2 could just do that. Oh, I'd love to say it can't be 6, because that would give me a 1, 4 pair. Oh, that can't be 3, obviously, so that's not a 6. This can't be 1, so that can't be 2. So this now is a 3, 4, 6, 8 quad. Oh, the 1 in column 5 goes there. That does nothing. So there's a 2 up here somewhere. These are from 5, 7, and 9. I don't think that helps. One of those has to be 5. That definitely doesn't help. I still feel like I'm floundering around a bit. Ah, again, yes. I used the fact that this can't be a 1-2 pair because of that. I didn't spot that's also looking at those two cells. They can't be a 1-2 pair either because they're in the same box. It's amazing, actually, how Wombat Breath has created some actually working symmetry with the constraints of this 400K. That's really pretty. Right, that can't be a 1-2 pair, so this can't be a 6. Also, this can't be a 6 now. Oh, it can't be a 7 because we've posted a 7 in there. So it seems to be the same sort of problem. Now, that turned out not to be able to be a 5. Can that be a 5? 3, 1. Then we'd have a 2 here. Yeah, that would work. Ow. Oh, so interesting how close it gets. Now, there can't be a 1 on those cells. So if that was an 8, this would be a 1. Then we'd be going 2, 4, 2, 1, 8. No, that's just a chain. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 4, 7. I just don't quite know what I'm looking at here. I've got a 3 there and a 3 there. One of these is a 3. Probably on the line, on the arrow, isn't it? But can't be sure. 2 there, so one of those is a 2. That's totally uninteresting. Oh, it's going to be down here, isn't it? I should be able to work this out. So if that was a 4, then we have to have 1 and 1, and that's a 9. That would make this an 8. Oh, but then this could be 2, 3. Oh, that was nearly there. If this was a 4, which looks quite difficult, then you get 1 and 1 with a 2 there. If that's 1, 2, this would have to be at least 4. And it can't be, because you'd... Oh, it could be if that's a 9. That could be 2, 3. Oh, so close. Oh, goodness. Okay. Come on, Mark. 3, 5, 1 is one possibility. That would make that a 2. 3, 2, and then this could be 3 or 4 to make that 8 or 9. And down here, 6, 1, 2. Is that? I think that does work. 4, 3, 2, or 1. Well, various possibilities with a 1 there. Okay, 3, 6, 8, 1, 4. That's not doing anything. Wow, getting very stuck here. Come on, maybe it's to do with all of these arrows together. Maybe we have to think about them as a group. Or these 3 cells and these cells have to add up to the total, obviously, of the 2 circles here. So in this box they have to add up to at least 6. In this box they have to add up to at least 6. That's 12. Plus this. It could still be a 5 if that was 9 and 8. But that would make that a 4. This wouldn't be possible. That's quite interesting. Okay, if those were 1, 2, 3, you can see the order they'd be in. And that would make this a 4. So that would make both of those 2s to join with the black dots. Now, to keep the total of the arrows to 17, if that's what we were doing, 3, 2, 2, 1, this would be the 8, that would be the 9. Yeah, I can see this. Sorry, this doesn't work and it's quite complicated. So what I'm saying is that these cells have to add up to at most 17. If those were 1, 2, 3, making 6. So what I'm wondering is, can this possibly be 5? Which I'm suspicious it can't be. Then these have to add up to 12. They have to be 2 sets of 1, 2, 3. And because of the black dots, these are both going to have to be 2s. Then we'd get 3 and 1 to go with the 5. Actually, I think it would work. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Right, that was not the approach. Wow. I'm losing my mind here. Let's go back to this 1, 2, 4 triple. 1, 2, 4 there. Oh, there's a 2 in one of those 2 cells and a 2 there. So there's a 2 down here in one of those. Now the only way there isn't a 1 in those cells is if there's a 1 here. That puts a 4 here, that puts a 1 here, that allows 1 to get on the end of the arrow. Okay, that doesn't work as a reason. This is interesting. This can't be, there is a 2 on the black dot and it now can't be 3. So it's 1, 4, let's say, or 5 at the moment. But it can't be 5 because that would need a 1 up here. And there can't be a 1 there. Yeah, that's right. Okay, could it be a 4? If this was 3 and 2. Now the alternative, and there's quite a few alternatives, is that it's a 1. Then this becomes 2, 4, 2, 1. It's a 1, 2, 4 triple in the column. I hadn't seen that. Can this be 7? 3 and 1 is 4. But then these would have to be 1 and 2, and they can't be because they're joined, so that can't be 7. That is an 8, 9 pair as well in this column. So this is, there's 3, 5, 6 and 7 to go, apart from the numbers that we've got in a pair of 8, 9 and a pair of 1, 2, 4. So this is now 8 or 9, and that can be a 4, 1, 1, 9, or if that's a 1, they could be 2 2s to add up to 8. There'd have to be 2 2s to add up to 8. So if that's a 4, they're 2 1s. So can this not be a 4 anymore? Even that would feel like a conclusion. If that was 4, 2, 1, 1. I think that works. Oh, I'm so stuck here. Have to keep persevering. This is for the 400k. Come on, Mark. There's got to be a way through this. If that was a 4, this would be 3 and 2. Oh, what are these? Come on. With a 3, they could be 3 and 2, 4 and 2, or 5 and 1. That's quite a few possibilities. But if that's a 5, they have to be 3 and 1. Because it can't be 2 and 1. So if that's a 5, this is 3 and 1. Those would both have to be 2s. That would be a 1. That would all make this a 1. Oh yeah, 3 could go there. And that could be 2 and 5 or something. If that's a 4, this has to be 2 and 3. I'm thinking I can definitely prove there's a 2 up here now, and that could be wrong too, but if that's a 1, this could be... No, I don't think I've got anything going there. Right, let's do some more, I don't know, pencil marking or something. Need to find a way out of this en passe. Maybe I've just missed something entirely somewhere. 2, 3. We've got the 1 and the 4, but that could be a 6. that was a 6, this would be a 9. You'd get 7. Ah, that can't be a 6 now, because that would make that a 9. 7, 5, impossible. I guess the way to look at that is, if that was a 6 and that was a 9, there's no room for 1, 4 and 8 in the row. So that's not a 6. It doesn't mean that's not a 9. But this is now a 1 or a 4, so that is at least a pair. I have a feeling that's going to do nothing for me, but if that's a 4, this has to be a 2. Then this would be 1 or 3. If this is a 1, this could be a 5 and that would be a 3, but if it's a 1 and a 2, then this can also be a 4. That hasn't changed anything. 1, 4, 2, 3. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, just as those are. Ah, actually this is as well. Look, that's seeing 3, 1, 2 and 4. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. This is seeing a 1, 4 pair and 2 and 3. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. Now we've got a quintuple in the box. And this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, which is surprising, but possibly not helpful. Like it's almost a triple or a quadruple. 3, 2, 1, 4. That is not from the low numbers. Oh, nor are these. 3, 1, 2, 4 are there. Ah. So the high numbers are a quintuple there, and this can't be 5. My goodness, that is an odd thing to suddenly prove. That makes this a 5, and that gets us going, because that has to be 3, 5, and 1 makes 9. We saw that before. There's a 6, 7 pair. We get a 9 there, and a 9 up here. Wow. 1, 3, 4 triple. That doesn't feel a lot of use. 5, 8 pair. Oh, this can't be 1 now because of that. Ah, that also makes this 2, which makes this 1 or 4, which definitely makes this 2. 4, 7, that's a 1. That's an 8. We get 4 over here. This has to be 3 to give 9. Wow. Oh, I feel like that is labour of Hercules there. 1, 4 there. That becomes a 1. That's not the one I needed. Oh, that becomes a 9. That's not a 9. 2, 4, 1, 3, 8. We can take 8 out of there. That's 5, 6 or 7. Ah, up here we must know this as a pair. That is 4 and 7 now. We've got 2, 3, 6 triple down the left. Goodness me. Right, 3, 1, 6, 4, 8. Nothing has changed there. So can we finally move up to this arrow? Losing my mind. One of those is a 9. I could pencil mark that. Or this one. This one, oh, it needs a 1 on the, yes, by Sudoku. 1, 1, that has to be a 1. All of the 1s are done, I think, in fact, now. Yep. There's a 2 up there, not on the arrow, because we've got that 2. So this is, if that's 3 or 5, this must be 3 or 5 as well. That's a 3, 5 pair. And they both see those 2 cells. Is that any good? Well, it means this is 6 or 9. And this is 6 or 8, which is a quite weird bit of pairing, because they have to be different to make the arrow work. That stops this being 3 or 5 and this. Come on. What about this arrow then? If that's 8, it's going to be 2, 5, or 3, 4 up there. If it's 9, it could be 2, 6, or 3, 5. So only those possibilities. Is that 2 or 3? Useful. Not useful enough. Those can't be 9s. Ah, that's a 5, 7 pair. So that is 6 or 8. I don't think that does anything. Oh, wow. So much progress, so little use to it. Right, 3 there. And that can't be 3. So one of those is definitely a 3. One of these is definitely a 3. That's not helpful. Seven, 1, 3, and 9. One of these is a 9. Yes, that's true. That is useful. That makes this an 8 in the cage here. So that can't be a 6. This still could be either of the pairs that makes 7 there. 8 there. That fixes 8 and 5 over here. 5, 6, 3, 8, 1. So we've got a quint here. Oh, and we've also got a 5, 7 pair now. So now we can fill in 2 and 9 at the top of the column. 2, 9. This can't be 8. So that's a 3, 6 pair. That makes this a 4, 8 pair. And finally, we are cooking with gas now. That can't be a 5. This is a 6. They can't have a 6 in. It must include a 9. Maybe we're not cooking with gas. I've looked at that. Column 6, time without number. 2, 9, 8, 1. There must be a 3 there. So that's 4 or 7. Ah, 2 there. So this can't be a 2. That's what it is. 3 and 4 there. That's a 2. This is not a 3 in the corner. One of those is a 3 in the column. Oh yes, that's not a 3 because of the 3 we put in. So 5, 3, 6, 3. Right, 4 must be here in the box now. We've got 7 and 5 to fill in to finish it off. 6 in the corner. That deals with 8 and 5. We get a 7 here. That's not a 6. Those aren't 6s or 5s now. That's a 3, 7 pair. So this is where 5 goes. That's a 7, 9 pair. This is where 6 goes. Drop across to 7. That's a 7 as well. 7 and 9. We've got the top 3 and the bottom 3 boxes all finished. So I have to believe that we are finishing off now. I mean, we've done all the special clues. That 7 and 3 are resolved. This is a 6, 9 pair. There they go. 2, 5, and 8. I mean, there might have been something I was missing along that path, but it wasn't anything that suddenly became blindingly obvious to me. And there we go, nearly 40 minutes in. Brilliant puzzle. Really entertaining. I mean, to do that with the constraints of using this 400K, kudos not to CTC today, but to Wombat Breath, who I think created a beautiful puzzle there that was really interesting to solve. I do hope you had a go at it. Good fun, as always, on the channel with the variant Sudoku. And don't forget the lockout lines in a couple of days on Patreon. And we look forward to seeing you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.